Well, welcome in, wholehearted love. Thank you for being here in the Soul Playhouse this Valentine's Day weekend, or anytime you find this Vibrationship offering. Your vibes bring you here. Today we are spending some time with hearts and vibes and family on both sides, and also welcoming in Firehorse. It's time. Yes, in just 2 days, our Chinese Lunar New Year is bringing us the year of the fire horse. So we are spending time with energy and horsepower today, as well as family. I just had a very powerful whirlwind visit from my son, Jeremiah, who he spent about the second half of 2025 in Asia. He was gone for 6 months, crossed the world, got back into California the end of January. And so he's having a big birthday tour, celebrating with a bunch of his different friends in different parts of California and Oregon. And we did a lot of food. I got to say, I am a foodie. And so we did Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthdays, had the big turkey, mashed potato, mushroom stuffing, cherry pie thing going on. And I did a bunch of fried chicken and caramel corn and things for him to share with his friends and parties going on throughout the weekend up in Ashland, not far away. So Friday night, I went to Ashland for his birthday concert he was putting on with his cousin, my nephew, Jake. Now, you may remember Jake was here at Thanksgiving, at the real Thanksgiving, and we did the turkey dinner. And Jake shared some music with his powerful voice here on the couch. And so I did have Jeremiah share a couple of his songs on the couch, including this song that he just recently wrote with a friend in his travels.
But I don't go out drinking whiskey, floating in a big canoe. I spend my last dollar just to try and be with you. And she asked, darling, where's your piercings, ink and fancy cut? I don't wear no tattoos, only scars. No, I don't. Baby, our past hurts, it's who we are. Yay.
So then Friday night, Jeremiah and Jake and a few of their other very talented friends put together a show. They went on stage at 8, and then they had different, they had a couple of different sets and different things that happened with the different players and whatever, but they didn't wrap up till after 1 a.m. And this band mama went back into action, as I am wont to do and have done over the years. And I started videoing, and I ended up doing a little bit, and sometimes more than a little bit, of every song throughout the night. What? So dropping all that into a montage that he could access. And it'll be in the Leaping Literacy Library. I'll probably make it linkable for folks that want to share, because they are amazing, these young men. So here's just a little bit of their opening song from Friday night. Now, I did have Jeremiah sing some love song, folk songs with me, and it was very sweet. But, I'm reminded, especially after being at his gig on Friday night, his fire, his energy, his vibrationship with music is way different than, of course, when he was growing up singing with me. Anyway, our song of the week will be one of the songs that Jeremiah and I did always love, and that will come near the end of our time today. The other thing I want to share that I was able to do with Jeremiah, I was able to take him to all my favorite close-up spots. We went to Sisson Meadows, which is right there, and the Peace Garden, of course. But I took him out to Lake Siskiyou and Heads Creek Falls, and we went to McLeod Falls. So for our nature field trip, it's just a little mini nature field trip, I'm going to share you a few pictures of the water spots, the lake, and the falls, and some time with Jeremiah. So just take in a breath of nature, because no matter who your Valentine is, what your relationships and vibrationships are, we can always feel the good vibes of Mother Nature. Yes, it was so awesome to be able to share my favorite close-up spots like that with my mijo, Jeremiah. So we are in a vibrationship all the time with our family lineage and our relationships. And the word vibrationship started with our relationships with the ones on the other side. So let's spend some time at the ancestor altar, the ancestor wall, thinking about that kind of vibrationship. The earliest usage of vibrationship as a word that I found online was through a woman named Cheryl Page, who was using the work and the word as tuning in with the ancestors, tuning in with our loved ones on the other side. There is a vibrational relationship that is there and is so available to us. And I feel that in these times that we're in, that veil keeps getting thinner and thinner. Yeah, our ancestors are with us. They want to help. And also, we continue to help them clean up maybe some messes that they left behind. We all are these energetic beings. We, on the human journey, have our trials and tribulations, and that all leaves an energetic footprint, fingerprint, heartprint. I really am with my ancestors every day. And at least one or two of them, and at least a thought here and there, and sometimes a lot more than that. There are many, many reminders of childhood and ancestral fingerprints from the stuff on the earth that live here in the Soul Playhouse and live with me and live in my heart. And then, I have some of the pictures, and it was super hard to add my brother to the Ancestor wall, my baby brother. That's actually his high school graduation picture. And I been contemplating quite a bit on how the pictures that go on the Ancestor walls, at least mine, tend to be, the younger versions of the people in their vitality. So that's a whole nother subject. Do you want to light the candle here? We can bring and be with our ancestors in any given thought or moment, but lighting a candle is always a good way to connect to the light, to connect to the light that connects us, the light that is in this world and in the other realms. The flame is just a really good way that we can connect with spirit. And that can be the big spirit, the source of all that is, and it can be individual spirits of our loved ones from the other side. And so when we are thinking of them or we see something that reminds us, we have, these different symbols and things that will come along to remind us. That is definitely the vibe. That is definitely the vibration ship going, grabbing our mental attention, or just our heart. We might hear a song and tear up. There's so many different ways, and there's many different phrases and words that we can call it. But vibrationship is really a perfect term because it aligns with who we are energetically. And when Cheryl Page came up with Vibrationship, thinking about our ones on the other side, without a body, it is just primarily an energetic vibration that comes through. And yes, they can help manifest that in the physical things that we see, feel, touch, all of that while we're in a body. But really it is a vibe, and it is a vibration ship. And that is a beautiful thing, friends. Hello. Hi, heart. Wow. Thank you for calling. Thank you for being here so beautifully always. Oh, yes. We do listen to our own heart callings, don't we? Yeah? Okay. Thank you. We love you. Heart is reminding about our heart callings. I had so many different heart callings going on this week, and making those choices can sometimes be difficult because when we say yes to one thing, we're saying no to something else. So heart was just calling to remind us about those choices. That's a good thing. Yeah. Hello? Yes, heart. Oh, the heart of humanity and the heart of Mother Nature. Wowza. Yay, thank you. Oh, we sure do love you. Yes, humanity has a heart. And so when we tap into our own hearts, we are feeding the heart of humanity. And then also nature. Yes, as I shared, taking Jeremiah to some of my favorite places around here, so full of heart-expanding goodness. Mother Nature always is. And look at what's here in our circle. I have many of these houseplants. They're like the easiest ones to grow ever. If you look, they kind of have heart-shaped leaves. I think they're called philodendrons. I'm also seeing this beautiful heart, and it's got so many different colors and things to it. I think it's everything. It doesn't really matter because what we're going to take a moment with, friend, is to be with our hearts in these hearts. And so you can just tune in to the stone for rock talk, or tune in to this beautiful plant for her heart leaves. Yeah, let's listen to this beautiful piece of nature right here and see what might get activated in our own heart. Nature is so full of hearts. So let's drop into our Leaping Literacy Library for just a little minute. of some hearts in nature from our Nature Calls section. Hello? Well, hi, horse. Hey, horse, hey. Yeah, we thought we might hear from you this week. Welcome into the spotlight with the Lunar New Year. Oh, okay. Nice. All right. Horse is calling us about our horsepower, right? And energy. Oh, yeah. Right? Okay. Fire horse can go pretty fast. Yeah? Right? Okay. I think I got that. Thank you so much, horse. We love you. You're so beautiful. And welcome into the spotlight this year. Yes, yes, yes. We will be spending more time with you. Love you. Bye. Oh, wow. So horse is reminding us about our horsepower. That in any given moment, day, week, month, year, we only have so much energy. And how do we choose to spend that energy? Yeah, I had a lot of different energies going a lot of different ways this last week. So it's good to think about that. And Horse was also talking about the fire energy of motivation, right? It is a motivator, fire. And it also can cause us to feel like we have to go really fast. So, like if the forest or the house is on fire, yeah, that's scary and we go fast. We can make those situations in our lives. And sometimes it's good to go fast, but it's also good to know when to slow and when to go with the flow and know that we don't have to make it an emergency. Okay, those are good messages. Oh, Horse, we sure love you. Yay. Hello? Horse? Oh, okay. Thank you. Yes, I will tell my friends. Love you. Horse also says to remember we're always in service, of course. Yeah, our friend Horse has had great services over the years for us. Hey, you know what? I have a great little segment, a little feature creature teacher segment on Horse in our Leaping Literacy Library. So let's just take in a minute or two of that right now to celebrate Horse. And I do believe we will be spending more time with Horse in the coming weeks and year. Yay. They love to graze on grass, and they are super, super strong animals with what can be called horsepower. Horses still pull carriages in some places in the world, though they pulled a lot more of them before there were cars. That horsepower is actually a term used in car engines. Spirit Horse asks you, what energy do you run on? What natural energy is inside you? Is your energy wild or tamed? Yes, Horse asks us to look at the parts of ourselves that are wild or tamed, instinctive, free. Horses do represent freedom for many. So where in your life are you called to express more freedom? Horses also speak of great strength and majestic beauty. So whether you roam free or you are in service to others, perhaps even carrying or moving burdens for others, Can you do it in a noble way, like a horse? Horse is all about being powerful and free on our journey as we move forward through life, either at a slow trot or a fast gallop. Thank you, horse. I did this little ritual. I want to show that to you and also talk a little bit about the arrival of the fire horse for our Chinese Lunar New Year. And it's also a new moon, which is a great time for setting intentions and doing this kind of a ritual. You can do this kind of thing anytime, any day, anyway. Of course, you can set your intentions and make a kind of a ritual together like this. And yet it is way more powerful and energized when we work with the moon cycles, the nature cycles, the different aspects of our collective consciousness. The fire horse is kind of a big deal. And so it definitely has a lot of energy behind it. Yeah. So let's check out what I did, a little bit of what I did. So it is our midpoint on the wheel between our winter solstice and our spring equinox. And so for our brothers and sisters around the world, it would be the midpoint for them between summer solstice and fall equinox, the vernal equinox. It is the night of the first, and here we are. And I want to share an ancient ritual. This is sea salt with some pink Himalayan sea salt at the top. We're setting intentions for the year. We're going to add water and pennies, and it's an alchemical process to alchemize and harmonize things that we want to release and things that we want to, or that we intend to manifest. Usually it's 6 pennies. My vibration here has always been about 11. So I chose to do 11, and I think it's going to work really well in here. There is a 12th one in the center. And so I wrote out a bunch of intentions and things, and I wrote a couple different lists, right? This was like a cleaned up version, and there was this one of the first ones, right? And so there I was writing all these things. And then I thought, what if I could break it all down to just one word per thing? And it would be like a access consciousness clearing statement. Once your pennies are on top of the salt, the water goes in. So the water is supposed to go in really slow. And I'm gonna just say the mantra, say the power words. Clear, align, grow, live, partner, prosper, flow, connect, voice, vibrate, co-create, resonate. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to bring the candle over here to energize this moment with the flame. Oh yes, coming back into Vibrationship with that ritual done 10 days ago now. And so I was actually sort of surprised to see a bunch of crystals forming on the outside of the jar. Why I thought they'd be on the inside? Hello, I don't know. Anyway, the point is that the crystals are growing, the magic is happening. And I realized that putting the words together for the mantra was actually really good if I'm going to practice it, right? It's all spiritual practice. So just like I can say right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 9 sorts, boys, beyonds, the access consciousness clearing statement, I can just rattle that because it was a spiritual practice for a long time for me. And so in setting my intentions for this year, I'm setting them for a whole year. And that actually is very hopeful for me in this moment because that means I have way more days ahead of me in the year than the 10 days that are now behind me. I realized that I had different intentions and I want to return to those. And so reading the whole, each one of these words has a statement, has a sentence or two. And so reading those words is powerful, again, 10 days later. And I want to commit to revisiting these. I'm going to type them up, and revisiting them at least once a week. And I want to be visiting my word list, my mantra of my intentions. I want to be visiting with that every day. And so even if I don't say it all day, every day, if I just say it once a day, it will start growing within me. It will start building the vibrationship. So when we do a ritual, it does have a strong vibration, and it will establish something within us that is a vibrational match, right? So I did this on the full moon. I'm inviting you to do it on the very powerful new moon of February 17th, when the fire horse makes her appearance for the Chinese Lunar New Year. The fire horse has a lot of power, has a lot of, ooh, let's go forward. And so doing this ritual along with that can be great. And also, new moon is really the perfect time to do an intention ritual, because the new moon represents the darkness of the womb, the darkness of the ground where the seeds are planted. Things grow from the dark. And so, but I will say this, that any time, any moment, you can do a ritual. You can set it up any time that you're called to do it. And yes, doing it with the moon cycles, doing it with nature cycles, doing it with anniversaries and things that are important to us individually or collectively, like the collective consciousness is all kinds of fired up about the fire horse. That kind of energy will feed the vibration ship of your ritual. Yeah, so have fun. And fire horse, here we come. Act of love, for a cry for love. Love always. One presence, one power, one love. Always love. Fear obey, anger blame. Someone is crying for love. In violence or silence, sorrow. yes, indeed. Always love. And may we remember that. May we remember to bring our kind compassion to ourselves and all others when we have our cries for love. Thank you, love. Thank you for being here today and any given moment to play and to come into your heart, and this time around to share some of my heart with my son. And I wish you well as you go forward into this week and this year with the fire horse energy and knowing your own horsepower. When to go fast, when to go slow, when you need to adjust your flow. It's always a flow. And we're going to keep adjusting here in the Soul Playhouse in our evolution solutions as we grow along. So again, any moment that you are here for nature, for song, for play, for touching in to listen to your own heart, I am grateful, and I know your spirit is grateful. You do have such a bright light spirit that comes from your heart. So keep celebrating yourself, friend. Keep celebrating your heart. Keep appreciating all of your steps, whether they be fast or slow. We will see you in the flow next time. I love you. I appreciate you. Namaste.
There be a rain, souls